everybody, it's Kim with Fortunate Creations. Welcome to the block party. So whether you call them granny squares or whether you call them motifs or whether you call them blocks, I'm going to be making up squares each week. They could be different shapes and sizes, but I'm going to call them blocks anyway. So welcome to the block party. Come on, let's go. I'm using scrap yarn, but it looks like it's loops and threads, a 4, and I'm using a 4.5mm hook. So let's get started. This pattern starts with a chain of 6 plus 4. So I'm going to go ahead and do 18 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's the in multiples of 6, and then I'm going to add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there we go. A chain of multiples of 6 plus 4. Now the first row, from the 4th chain from the hook, you're going to do a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to go ahead and double crochet all the way across for this whole row. Another double crochet. So in each one, you're going to double crochet. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you back when we get near the end. I'm at the last stitch. I'm going to go ahead, work a double crochet, and then I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. So for row 2, I've got the opposite side facing me. All right, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to work 1 double crochet in the second front loop, front post, I should say. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do that for the next 2, front post. Okay, if you've never done a front post, it's a little tricky, but you just go around the post of the stitch instead of in the top of the stitch like you're used to. So there we go, I've got 3 of them. So now the next one, I'm going to do a double crochet in the back post. Same idea as the first 3, but now we're doing the back posts only for the next 3. Okay, and there's the 3rd one. We're going to alternate. We're going to go ahead and do 3 front posts now. Make sure you got the right ones. 1, 2, 3. So it's this one. 3 front posts. Okay, get my yarn pulled out. And this makes the 3rd front post. And then we're switching around and we're going to do 3 of the back posts. This has such a cool pattern when you're done with it, and it's really easy. I mean, once you get the feel of the front and the back post, it becomes super easy to get these done. Okay, now 3 of the front posts. 2, 3. And now we're going to continue. And we're going to end with 3 of the back posts. finish the row by 1 double crochet in the top chain of this right there. Okay, so that brings it together nicely. And you can see how the basket weave is starting to turn out. Okay, so you're going to chain 2 and turn your work so that the opposite side is now facing you. We're just going to repeat these rows back and forth until you get it the size you want. So again, I'm going to do the front posts. Then we're going to do the back post. Start that one over. I dropped it off the hook. There we go. Back post. Gotta love crocheting in the rainstorm, huh? What else are you gonna do when it's raining? Front 3 front. It's making me sleepy though. You could probably hear that in my voice. Early morning, nice and rainy and sleepy. Okay, and again, you can see how it's carrying the pattern. I love this pattern. Okay. And again, you're going to end your row the same as you did the last one, with a double crochet in the end turning chain. This does make a very thick square, or block, shall I say. We're calling this the block party, so it's a very thick block, but I do love it. This would make a really great blanket, this pattern, for a nice cozy blanket for the bed. You gotta love the rain coming down. Back post. Oops. Okay, and then we're going to end with 1 double crochet right here in the end. Chain 2, turn your work. So for row 4, I love this. Okay, so for row 4, 1 back double. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do back doubles for row 4. So here we go, right here. There's this one. Now this is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm learning it as I go along with you. So if I stop to read the directions, you'll understand why, because I'm just reading this for the first time. Okay, so we've got 3 back and now 3 front. The whole idea of the block party is going to be I'm doing these for the first time with you, just as if I'm doing it live with you. Okay? I figured that would be a fun challenge for myself. So this whole row, we're just doing the opposite of the last row. We're just alternating back, then front, then back. Now 3 front. And as always, as your piece gets bigger, it's easier to handle. And 3 back. This yarn is a little thick for it too, but I think I was just thinking cozy. These are almost like the Irish sweaters this reminds me of. I'd actually love a sweater made from this pattern. There we go. And now 3 front. And we're going to end this row again with the double crochet in the chain, the turning chain from the previous row. Right in there, chain 2, and turn our work. And you can see the pattern. I'm loving this. So that was 1, 2, 3 for row 4. We're going to repeat 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We're going to repeat now, so you can see a pattern. Every 2 rows, you're switching. Okay. So for this one, we're going to do again the back double. Three times. And then front double 3 times. And like I said, I was never really a big fan of the front and back posts, but for this pattern, I think it's really, really cool. And I'm using the same color yarn that they're using in the pattern, so it looks a lot, almost exactly like the book. And to me, it reminds me, like I said, of one of those cable sweaters, or actually a basket weaving pattern. I just really, really like it. Yeah, there we go. Front post. Three times. Back post 3 times. And front post 3 times. I almost wonder if this one wouldn't be easier in a treble, but I'm following the pattern. And here we can see how it's going. I'm loving this. So I'm going to do a couple more rows. And I will get back to you when it's about the size of this, okay? So here we are. I've done about 10 rows, and I love it. Look at that pattern. Look how great that comes out, and it's so easy. So you start with a chain of 6 plus 4, And then each row, you do 2 rows of front double, back double, front double, back double. And then you do 2 rows of back double, front double, back double, front. So you're just alternating them. And look at that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end with a row of half doubles, just to cinch it up and make it all look nice and neat. So I'm just going to do a row of half doubles all the way across. Of course, that's when you tuck in your tails and you have a beautiful addition to the block party. So this is our first block in our block party series. This was the motif series, but I found a couple of books with a lot of the squares and blocks in it. So even if I do something that's not actually a square, if I do a different shape motif, it'll still be part of the block party. All right, so here we are coming to the end. I'm in love with this pattern. Absolutely loving it. Gonna end with a half double here. And then go ahead and snip off if I can find those scissors I need. Here they are. And here we go. Look at that. Look how great that is. You can go ahead and do this pattern with cotton. It's thick enough to be a hot plate or a trivet. I absolutely love it. So there you go. So remember, everybody, always be happy, be kind, and be creative. Have a great day, and I'll see you at the next block party.